Yo, what is up, YouTube? I forgot to do this during stream, so we're just gonna do it right now. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about should you pull the upcoming banner for Goldcity and the support card banner that features Vodka and Nishino Flower. Now, I mean, if you wanted the TLDR, the answer is no, right? These characters, the cards are standard start dash cards from the way beginning, and they weren't target cards back then. They're not really target cards right now. Goldcity as well is just not a very good Uma, but you didn't click on this video to actually find out if you should pull or not. You clicked to find out why you shouldn't pull for these cards or why you shouldn't pull for the Uma. So let's take a look. Well, first of all, okay, very first off, if you like Goldcity, if you like her design, and you cannot wait for her other outfits, which I think are a lot better, and not only gameplay wise, but just better aesthetically, let's just take a look, because she is a really pretty Umamusume, for sure. This one has 8% speed, 8% power, 14% wit growth on festival, and as far as the Uma is, it's kind of not that great as like if you look at the unique skill. However, the another one coming up is the Deserted Island Goldcity, and this outfit's amazing. It's really good. Stat bonuses leave a little bit to be desired, and as far as the unique goes, it's very interesting, but it does look like it should be okay, because it's like at the very end of the race you have a greatly speed increase. So as far as like outfit wise, as far as gameplay wise, I do think Goldcity, her other alternate outfits that would come at a much later date, are a lot better to hold out for. But of course, you know, the G1 outfit is very good. So let's just talk about Goldcity. The unique skill, Keep It Real, moderately increased acceleration steadily with a wink when starting to make a move from mid-pack in the second half of race. Not very good. Not very good. I mean, if you have been keeping up with the videos, if you've been keeping up with like understanding the game, the really big kicker on why it's not good is because it's an acceleration skill, and it happens when it's the second half of the race, right? It could happen I guess it could happen like right as you enter the second half of the race. So it's basically at the 50% mark. Now, if you take a look at racetracks, well, okay, she's good at mile distance, right? Let's just assume, right? She has acceleration. She has, I believe, another mile skill, Watchful Eye. So it seems like she's designed for mile distance tracks. So if we take a look at that, mile distance tracks, if you're looking at 800 meters in, this is somewhere around the fourth corner mark. Look at where you're at. You're in the mid-race. And acceleration during the mid-race, when you're already pretty much capped out on the speed for mid-race, doesn't do anything, right? Acceleration does nothing when you're already running at top speed relative to the phase that you're in. It's only when you are in the late race, as you enter the late race, where your top speed, your target speed rather, goes up really high, and you need that acceleration to climb to that target speed as fast as possible. So your ulti is going to activate somewhere around here, right? And you're going to get an acceleration boost for 6 seconds, and then what? Then you enter late race and it's over? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Unfortunately, this skill is not very good as it is right now. It activates when you're either 4th, 5th, or 6th position. You have to have an overtake target, and it activates at the second half. 6-second acceleration just doesn't really do anything, unfortunately. This skill does get buffed. I believe it gives you like a velocity skill in the middle of the race. But that's way later and nowhere near now. So, you know, take that for what you will. 10% power, 20% guts. Not very good growths at all. As far as distance, she seems pretty flexible, but again, you'd probably want a shorter distance. The shorter the midway point is to the late race, the better, right? Unfortunately, she cannot be sort of Frankensteined into running short distance, or at least not reliably, and it also doesn't look like she is going to be able to like maybe run as an end closer, so that she can manipulate her placements and try and trigger this later. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So, unfortunately, just Goldcity has everything going against her in terms of her unique skill, What about her other skills? Innate skills, Hanshin Racecourse. Okay, sure, you get stamina. That's nice. Watchful Eye, slightly decreased fatigue when positioned toward the back. Early race, not very good. You don't like early race heals. Nobody likes early race heals. Slick Surge is a good skill. Like, one thing that is sort of the saving grace of Goldcity, if you will, is the fact that she has Slick Surge on her innate skills, and her potential skills, which you level up, she has On Your Left. On Your Left, there is no On Your Left on pretty much any character or any card, right? The only card that it's on is the Winning Ticket Guts card, which is like no one ever runs that. And on Grass Wonder, which, sure, I mean, if you're playing Grass Wonder, you're getting On Your Left. But if you're not, then maybe you're playing Goldcity, right? Maybe you're playing Goldcity for On Your Left. Acceleration is also a mid-race acceleration skill. Not good. Don't ever take this. You have Keen Eye, which is the golden version of Watchful Eye. Not very good. But you do have Slipstream. So Slipstream and Slick Surge into On Your Left, which is, again, the gold version of Slick Surge. Very good skills. And Unyielding Spirit is a good Miles skill. So, you know, that's a skill from an event. Not too sure which one it is. But, you know, that's something you could get possibly from your runs. So, long story short, again, Goldcity is an Oshi pick. You have other versions of her to pick later. She has 2 alternate outfits, both very pretty, both very, very good looking, right? And they're, at least this one, Deserted Island, is a lot better sort of gameplay wise. Take that for what you will, right? Not only, however, does Goldcity have like better alternate versions coming up, but if you look at the timeline, Summer Maruzenski is right around the corner. It's next week, right? With Summer Special Week, same banner. You're going to probably want to pull on those. And on top of that, at the very end of the month, October 30th, you have Nice Nature SSR Wit card, which is amazing. So there's just way too much different banners that are competing for the carrots that would otherwise be spent for Goldcity. But again, if you like her, go for it. Moving on from Goldcity, finally, let's just talk about the cards. The cards, the support cards, again, are standard banner cards. You have Nishino Flower, you have Vodka. Now, Nishino Flower is not very good, okay? 0 limit break, then you have, what, 5, 15, and no specialty priority to speak of. You have 15% mood effect. So as a stat stick, very, very bad. She has like okay skills. Updrafter's not bad, but Beeline Burst, once thought to be very good in very early Japanese Umamusume, or at least when I was looking at translated stuff. Not very good, because it's a 0.9 second, 30-second cooldown speed increase. Now, 30-second cooldown means it can activate twice, but 0.9 seconds for this amount of speed for this cost is horribly, horribly overcosted. The only saving grace of Nishino Flower, as far as like why you would run her, is because of the charming status. But this is a random event, which means it's tied to the character, which means that you could easily get this event from the power Nishino Flower SR card, which is a lot better, right? So Nishino Flower is no good, but Vodka is very good. And I mean, if you have some limit break versions of Vodka and you're whaling, right? Maybe you're trying to get like the 3rd limit break, right? Or maybe you want, I think the 3rd limit break is probably what you want, right? Or maybe you want max limit break. I don't know. Maybe you want to whale for this banner and redeem Vodka. I don't know. But because Vodka is a pretty good card. At 0 limit break, you have 50 specialty priority with 20 over here. This is multiplies against each other. Not like linearly, but it has a multiplicative effect, right? You have 10%, 35% friendship bonus. You have mood effect, right? You have race bonus, which is good. You have initial friendship gauge, which is also really nice, right? The only thing you don't have is training effectiveness, but it's fine. Like 35% friendship bonus and 30% mood effect is fairly good. And if you happen to, you know, borrow it or somehow whale for maximum break version, then you get 45% friendship bonus and 40% mood effect, which is insane. She is the best power stat stick, I believe, right now, if not one of the best. And as far as her skills goes, the hints that she offers at, you know, higher frequency and higher discounts. Again, this is maximum break if you borrow from a friend. You have a lot of good Miles skills, Miles straightaways, right? You have Slick Surger. You have Updrafters. This is a top tier Miles skill. You have medium straightaways, right? Home stretch haste. Tokyo Racecourse, fairly common racetrack. Straightaway recovery. And you have Breath of Fresh Air, which is, you know, for long distance courses, especially for like Tenosho Spring, right? Or for something like the Kika Show, you're gonna need all the heals you can get. So Breath of Fresh Air at that point becomes pretty nice. And you have Nimble Navigator as well, which helps you kind of break out of sort of bad situations, right? If you're blocked. Vodka is a very good card. Should you pull on the banner for Vodka? Probably not, because you have a chance of missing with Nishino Flower. It's a huge miss. I would not suggest pulling for this card. And on top of that, again, you just have other things to pull for. You have other things to pull for with maybe you want Nice Nature. Summer Maruzensky is very, very top on everyone's list. And after all that, in November, we're going to get the Rico Rice banner, which is like a huge, huge priority. A huge priority for basically 2 of the best cards for the upcoming like 4 months of the game, right? So this is a really good banner to roll for, to save for, and there's just not a lot of reason to pull for Nishino Flower Vodka, and on top of that, Goldcity, unfortunately. If you really like her, pull for her. My name is Rednu. Leave a like and sub. Use code MAMBO, 10% off your gamer subs, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.